What's going on, guys? Horrible haircut here. We're going to be doing something a little different today than usual. A little bit of woodworking, if you will. We're going to be building a ramp, kind of like a race ramp. It's going to be more of kind of like a low profile, but it's going to be out of wood. Save a ton of money than buying actual race ramps, which we all know I'm all about saving that money, just like Lil Dicky. So we got the saw pulled out. We're going to get some wood, make a measurement or two, really just one, and then get it all cut up, screwed together, and then we should have a set of ramps. So for the ramp we're going to build, I want to measure from the center of the wheel to the edge of the bumper. That way I can make sure nothing is actually going to rub or catch when I pull off and on. So it was almost exactly 2 feet. So that's what we'll do each of the layers. About 23 inches, maybe 2 feet, and then we should be good to go from there. So I got this giant hunk of 2x6, 2x8, I don't know what it is. It's super long. We've had it in our wood pile for a while. It's a little wet because it's been raining for the past like week and a half. So what we're going to do is we'll rip that up with the old Porter cable we got here. Ming, 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 ming. I went ahead and took the liberty of setting it to a 45-degree angle, just to make it a little easier for the car to kind of ride up on, other than just being a straight cut. So we already measured out what we want to do. It's going to be roughly about a 2-foot section the car will ride up on. It'll have a little bit of leeway so it's not catching the bumper on the next one, and then just kind of progressively step up. You can kind of see it. There we go. Yeah, so we'll have a platform, basically. This will come, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make another cut that'll kind of step up again and kind of go like that. And this will be our ghetto race ramp. So about 2 feet here. This way the car will ride up, and then before it even catches this ramp, or this section of it, it won't have the ability to catch the bumper or anything funky down here. Same with it coming down. It's probably not needed to do it this big. You could probably just have it like, you know, ramp, and then kind of step up, and then real quick step up again, and make it much shorter. You know, not the big gap there like we have the 2-foot gap on this one. But just for safety's sake and whatever ease of access, I figure that's the best thing to do since the car is fairly low. I mean, it maybe has 4 inches of ground clearance at the moment, at least in the front. So this should just kind of make it a whole lot safer to kind of get off and on and not be a real issue in the future, especially with the bumper catching or anything wild like that on the wood. That's what I'm scared of, is like, say the bumper is, you know, we'll call that the bumper of the car. You're coming down, and then by the time you're here, you're still maybe, you know, catching on this, and then, you know, you have this massive block of wood, and then, you know, you're fucked, essentially. So that's what I'm trying to avoid with the massive gap. I haven't tested this or built one of these before, but that's what this nice piece of scrap wood is going to donate its life to. So let's go ahead and get started getting this all ripped up. Alright, so we got it elevated, that way the saw doesn't hit the concrete, because that's the last thing I want to do is try to saw concrete with a wood blade. So I already went ahead and measured out the distance we need, which was down here at 6 feet. I only have 12 feet to work with, so I think I'm only going to be able to build one for now, and then have to go out and get more wood when it's not raining and actually have access to a truck. So we got to cut. The blade is dull as shit. I haven't used that thing in forever. So we'll fix this little notch here with a little bit of sanding. Now we just got to cut another. So now we just got to cut another small ramp to kind of go on top of this one. And then we'll have our ramp set up. So we'll go ahead and we'll set our saw back down to 0. And then we'll cut this top part off at about, what do we say, 2 feet? Yeah. Where'd my tape go? Where's my tape measure? It stinks. It's total BS. Oh, there it is.
Somebody stole my tickets to the Sonics game! This stinks! This is total BS! This is... Oh, got it. Got it.
So the way this is going to work, take our board. My measurements were horrible. Way too long. I screwed the pooch on that one. So realistically, what I wanted was like that. So I had an extra foot on the end there for whatever reason, because I can't do basic math anymore. That is basically the ghetto race ramp right there. That should do it. Where's the tape again? Why do I keep losing the tape measure? So what I wanted was 2 feet on the first platform, and then exactly 2 feet there. So that'll definitely do it. The problem is I probably could have ended up maybe building 2, whatever, dude. So to avoid the wood cracking, we're definitely going to want to pre-drill where we screw. So we'll go ahead. Get ourselves a few pilot holes lined up here. Alright, there we go. So we got no screws poking through. So that's perfect. So there we go, there's the first ramp right there. So yeah, the car can drive up, pretty much park, and then continue onto that platform. That way when we're coming down, there's no harsh angle for it to kind of catch the bumper on or anything messed up like that. So that should work out exactly the way I want it to. So we'll build a second one once I have enough wood, which I don't have. So yeah, I'll get the second one built once I have a truck and it's not raining out. So that's all there really is to building kind of your own race ramp setup, if you will. Much cheaper than buying actual ramps. A lot more low profile than a lot of the ramps you can buy as well. Super cheap, you know, maybe $2 in screws and $10 worth of wood if you don't have it laying around. I won't bore you with, you know, me going to go and build another one. You've already seen how it's done. It's super simple. If you don't have a circular saw, you could always pick up one. Get you an old traditional handsaw. They're really cheap too, maybe 20 bucks or so. And you can get a little jig that'll let you pick varying degrees, 90, 45, whatever. Then you can just set this in the jig, saw your heart out, and then you'll be done. You can also rent circular saws for like 10 bucks or so, if that. So that's also another option, or borrow it from a friend or family member if you don't have one. Also, you could use wood glue. I didn't because I don't have any. I'm not going to spend money on it for no reason when I can just screw it down. But a lot of people would say to wood glue it, then screw it. That's the old saying, glue it, then screw it. But who cares? It's a cheap-ass little ramp that I'm going to leave sitting outside all the time and not a piece of furniture. So yeah, we'll build a second one, and then I'll finally be able to change my oil again, because now I can't because my car is too low to get a jack under it. As always, I'd like to thank every single one of you for watching. If you'd like to subscribe for more mediocre content such as this, please do, and as always, take care.